Good morning, respected teacher and my dear friends. Today, I'm going to talk about procedural programming language, one of the most fundamental and widely used approaches to computer programming. What is a procedural programming language? A procedural programming language is a type of programming language that follows a step-by-step sequence of instructions, or procedures, to solve problems and execute tasks. It is classified under the imperative programming paradigm, where programmers specify how a task must be accomplished by providing an explicit series of operations for the computer to perform. Key features of procedural programming languages. These are blocks of instructions grouped together and given a name. They encapsulate tasks, can accept input parameters, and can return results. Functions help organize code and enable reuse, which makes programs more maintainable. Main features of procedural programming include 1. Modularity. Code is split into distinct, well-defined procedures, modules. Each procedure solves a specific, isolated part of the overall problem, promoting code reuse and easier debugging. 2. Top-down approach. Program development in procedural languages typically starts with the broad goal, main procedure, which is then broken down into smaller, more manageable components, subroutines, functions, each of which can itself be further subdivided. This approach systematically decomposes a program into steps for easier development. 3. Variables and data. Variables are used to store and manipulate data. Procedural languages distinguish between local variables, limited scope, accessible only within a function, and global variables, accessible throughout the program. 4. Sequential execution. Instructions in procedural languages execute in a predetermined order unless control is redirected by conditional statements, loops, or procedure calls. The logical flow is often straightforward and mirrors how computer hardware works. 5. Control structures. Procedural languages use loops, for, while, conditionals, if, else, and other block-based control structures to steer the flow of execution. This enables repetition and decision-making during program run. 6th parameter, passing. Functions procedures can accept arguments, parameters, from their caller, allowing flexible data handling between parts of a program. Parameters can be passed by value, copy, or by reference, access directly. 7. Predefined, library. Functions. Most procedural languages come with a standard library of built-in functions to handle common tasks, such as input, output, math operations, string manipulations, saving developers time and effort. Examples of procedural languages. Common procedural programming. Languages C, used for system software and general-purpose applications. Pascal, designed for teaching structured programming concepts. Fortran, excellent for mathematical and scientific computing. ASIC, easy to learn, general purpose. COBOL, ideal for business applications. ALGOL, influential in scientific applications. Many modern languages, like Python, Java, support procedural programming in addition to other paradigms. Advantages: simple to learn and use for beginners. Efficient for straightforward, linear tasks. Promotes code reuse and modularity. Good for system-level programming and algorithms. Disadvantages: can become unwieldy for large, complex applications, lacks data hiding and encapsulation features found in object-oriented models, less suitable for projects with complex relationships or dynamic behaviors. Conclusion: procedural programming is one of the oldest and most widely used programming styles. It laid the foundation for many modern programming paradigms and remains essential in understanding how computers execute instructions. Even today, languages like C and Pascal are still used for system-level programming, embedded systems, and teaching programming basics. Thank you.